Well, hello there, beautiful Sagittarius. I hope that you are doing fantastic. I am Elena Valdez, and I am here to do your September 2024 tarot reading. We're going to keep it short and simple for you this month. I have already pre-shuffled your cards so that we can get right into your reading. Please remember that these readings are general, so anything can come out. Love, career, finance, family, you just never know. We'll see. And and please apply gender how it best resonates for you, okay? These are not gender-specific reads. So here we go. Let's see. First cards are down. Let's go to the second deck. I hope you had a fantastic August, beautiful Sagittarius. You know you are my favorites. I tell you this every time. Okay, let's see. Let's do this. We're ready. Let's rock and roll. Okay, beautiful Sagittarius. For the challenge position, remember, this is potential challenge, okay? And remember that the energy of tarot is constantly moving, right? So you have free will in this. Never, ever, ever give your power to tarot readers or energy workers or what have you. You have free will, okay? Now, you start out with the Queen of Wands. Bam. You go right into the Three of Wands, and then you move right into the King of Wands. Whoa, Sagittarius, what are you up to? This is a lot of fire, okay? So this shows me, look, you can't make this imagery up. Look at this. We have two individuals here, potentially, and distance right smack in the middle of them, okay? And so this can quite literally mean, Sagittarius, that you have found yourself in a situation with another person here. It can be romantic, doesn't have to be, but it can also be some kind of business venture, maybe a project, maybe a creative project, career situation, and there's distance in between, right? So a journey is going to be required for the two of you to come together. Now, you quite literally can potentially be the Queen of Wands here. But I think you're the King of Wands here. And this, so there's two fire, because you are fire elements. These are two fire elements coming together. And I think you are either going to be taking a journey to see another fire sign, or someone is coming to take a journey here with you, or you may potentially be involved in something with someone else, a business partner or something. Alternatively, you may be traveling with your significant other this month in September. And the world confirms that. And then we have the World and the Eight of Wands, another card of movement, and the Four of Wands. All right, Sagittarius, you can't make this stuff up. We have the Three of Wands, which is one card of movement and journeying, right? And distance, the World, and the Eight of Wands. These are all cards of movement, moving towards something. But in this case, it has to do because of another individual. And I do think this is relationship related because of the Four of Wands. Look at that Four of Wands. The Four of Wands symbolizes commitment, security, stability, but it also symbolizes marriage, potentially a celebration of love. So there are a couple of things I'm feeling here. Remember, this fell in the challenge position. Yes, it sounds yummy. Yes, it sounds really nice, right? But the challenge is potentially here, quite literally, distance. The other challenge could be that the journey of traveling together may be a bit much. I don't see that so much, though. I think that you want to move forward pretty rapidly towards this commitment or this thing that is making you feel inspired, whether it's a project, a job, a creative. I'll be honest, beautiful Sagittarius, I'm feeling so much less about that and more about connection with another person. And so the challenge is With the world here, this can also be that you are two very different individuals, quite literally differently culturally, like you come from two very different worlds potentially. But more than that, this is all, you have three significant cards of movement, distance, and travel. And that's the challenge. We'll come back to it, but let's move into the opportunity for joy. The opportunity for joy, another card of movement and travel. The Chariot, the Eight of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. A lot of fear here, a lot of fear. The Lovers, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. Oh my goodness, this is definitely a love reading for most of you. And you're needing to make choices here. This is the opportunity for joy, okay? So even though some of these cards look daunting with all the swords, there's a reason it fell in the opportunity for joy. Like some of these things are going to get turned around and work to your benefit. With the Lovers here, some decisions are going to need to be made here. A path is going to need to be taken here in the month of September regarding this connection that is either at a distance or that you will be traveling with, whomever you're traveling with. Something here is going to get revealed, right? But it feels there's some uncertainty here. There's some fears. Look at this Eight of Swords. And I think it could be the movement factor. It can be the distance factor, making you feel sort of like your hands are tied. And with the Seven of Swords here, it's going to require lots of strategizing and figuring out how not to get each other in a space of uncertainty. The Seven of Swords is also the kind of energy of like you're wondering whether or not someone can be trusted. You're not sure, right? But when this falls into the opportunity for joy, it's saying move into it courageously with the expectation that it will succeed and be victorious with the Chariot. But the Chariot is also another card similar to the Lovers and similar to the World that points out and highlights differences. You can't see it so much in this deck, but in the traditional deck, you can see it. It's about like, if we're not in the driver's seat, if we're not actually directing the energy of where something goes, and it sort of goes all over the place, right? And that's what this is. And so we want to be careful that we're not directing our energy towards an expectation of someone being potentially shady or you yourself behaving in that way. Or there's some anxiety here. There's something here that is not being trusted. So your opportunity for joy here is to make a decision with the Lovers, choose a path, make a choice, because the Lovers is about choice. And the Knight of Discs is about moving towards something very steadily, but moving towards it. With the Seven of Wands, there's something you're going to need to defend about this connection. You see how she's fighting off like haters there? It can be that potentially this connection brings up fears in other people. It can be that the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Wands here, two sevens, is basically saying that there are other people that are going to need to be kept away, that this connection is going to need to be protected and defended from some kind of energy. This could be about your baby though, like your project, like your creative baby that you're needing to keep away. Like maybe make sure that legally you have all things written up as they need to be written up. This is also about getting very clear about expectations with someone, whether it's romantic, creative, business, whatever. I'm going to actually get a clarifier for the opportunity for joy because you're suspicious about something, Sagittarius. Like you're not, there's something you're not really sure regarding this connection. There's something you're not really like, and I'm unclear if this Seven of Wands is towards this person or for this person. Are you defending yourself against this person, or are you defending this person from other people? Or are you defending this connection? Or are you defending this creative project or this business partnership? Are you protecting and defending them? Or are you defending and protecting yourself from them? There's also fear here from some shadiness on the external. But again, it fell in the opportunity for joy. So it's almost like, and again, let me reiterate, this is about moving forward, right? This is like saying, yes, move forward. And with the Chariot is, yes, move forward, but be aware. Be aware that there are fears that are going to come up. I feel like you're going to have other people here who are not happy about this connection, whether it's competitors that want to build this creative thing that you're working on, or maybe someone else who didn't get hired, or maybe someone else who didn't get chosen by this business partner, or maybe an ex, whether it's yours or theirs. It's going to play out differently for all of you. There's so many of you here, right? So, but it's feeling, I'm going to get a clarifier for this, because here's what yes, I get it. You're being advised to move towards it. But what's up with all the swords? Just clarify the swords, beautiful. Beautiful spirit. Clarify the swords. The star. 8 of Pentacles. Long time coming, beautiful. This is something you've worked hard towards for a bit now. It's something that you have been putting a lot of hope, wishing, faith, and trust into. So whether it's a relationship that you're working towards or a creative project, whatever it is, and I think that's why you yourself are feeling the anxiety. So this clarifies it. So this is more about you feeling the anxiety, questioning yourself if you're ready for this connection. You see how she's holding that knife behind her back? That to me is giving me the feeling of, can you trust yourself? Can you trust yourself not to hurt yourself? Can you trust yourself not to hurt others? Can you trust yourself in this situation? But there's also a feeling of, can I trust that others won't mess this up? Can I trust that the other won't hurt me? Can I trust that they won't hurt themselves? Like there's a trust element happening here. And it's interesting because when you look at this visually, you would think that the cards on the left are the opportunity for joy, and the cards here to my right are the potential challenge, just by the type of cards that we got. And so when I get like that kind of dichotomy in a reading, when brilliant, vital, beautiful cards fall in challenge and the opposite for joy, what that's telling me is that there's a conflict within ourselves in receiving the goodness that something has to offer. It's almost as if, you know, when you've wanted something for so long and the potential of it is right in front of you and you're like, holy shit, now what? And you have to remind yourself that you've been doing the work. So whether it's therapy, whether it's your skill set, your talent for whatever this topic is, you have to remind yourself that you've been working hard on yourself and on the things and on the tools and that skill set, what have you. And this also reminds you to have trust and faith that things will go well. Now, let's move into your advice. 2 of Pentacles, another card of decision. 9 of Pentacles, indulgence, self-fulfillment. The 7 of Wands. Again, you got the 7 of Wands here. You got it in the advice. So, honey, what this is telling me is that you need to protect something. There's something you need to defend and protect. That's your advice. And it's a decision, right? With the 8 of Pentacles here. I'm sorry, the 2 of Pentacles. It's about balancing your need for self-love, fulfillment, like something that's bringing you joy and happiness that you feel indulgent in. There's an indulgence to the 9 of Cups. Something that makes you feel good needs to be defended and it needs to be protected. You see her stance? It's like, this is mine. I'm going to protect it. So for a lot of you, this is a creative project that has brought you lots of love. or that you've poured a lot of love into. Same with the relationship potentially. And you're like, I've worked way too damn hard for this to be taken away from me. And so your advice is yes. But it's also about balancing and making decisions and choosing paths. And you got it here as well. Where did you get it? You got it somewhere else, didn't you? No, I'm making that up. You did not get it somewhere else. But the Lovers is very reminiscent to this as well, about like making a choice. All right, so then you also got the Eight of Swords. Again, repeating message. You got the Eight of Swords here, and you have it in this deck. Those of you who watch tarot, you know it's not a coincidence when repeating messages come up. There's a reason. That's like a hold up, pay attention type of thing, right? Then you have the Knight of Swords. And then you have the Page of Discs. So this is about being very aware not to move too quickly and hastily into a situation. And really, you see how the Knight of Swords is walking right into the Eight of Swords? This is about destroying any negative thoughts or anything that is binding you to some negativity or some path, like a pattern of thinking something's not going to work out. Like it's self-imprisonment, essentially, is what the Eight of Swords is, right? And you can see it in the imagery. I mean, look at the imagery. You can see the self-imprisonment in both imageries. Right? It's about holding ourselves hostage, really is what it is. And here with the Knight of Swords going right into it with the sword, it's saying, get rid of that. Remove that. There's no room for that in this scenario. And be okay with starting on something, whether it's creative, relationship, whatever. Be okay to be the page in this. Meaning, for a lot of you, beautiful Sagittarius, this is about learning some new tools, whether it's a new skill set on communicating with an individual, whether it's with this creative project, with this business partner, because the Page of Discs, Page of Pentacles, in other words, is about coming to something tangible from the eyes of a beginner. Because it's not yet the King of Pentacles, right? It's like at the beginning stages. It's the beginning of a relationship, the beginning of a partnership, the beginning of a business, the beginning of a creative feat. Like allowing yourself to relearn new tools with the new individuals involved in this scenario. And not being afraid to do so. I think that that's connected to the, whatever the fear, there's a fear here, honey. There's a fear of, like you feel like something's out of your control here. And you're in full control, actually. And I think that once you start to see whatever the fear is as an opportunity to learn something new from scratch, whether it's learning a new person, learning how to be in a new relationship potentially, then you'll be good. You'll be fine. But there is a strong, remember this is advice, there's a strong thing about really protecting and defending something here. You'll know what it means. For those that this resonates or it's meant to resonate with, you'll know what that means. All right, beautiful Sagittarius. I think I called you Scorpio at one point. If I did, I apologize. I know this is for my Saggies. I love you, Saggies. And so I hope this was helpful. If it was, comment, like, subscribe. That would be amazing if you did. And I hope to find you back here for the love readings and the mid-months. All right. Bye, beautiful.